We knew this was going to be an exciting match. It's our inaugural All-Star game here on Bergstrom State Line Quiz Bowl. Team Bank has 70 points. Team Triple BS has 50. It was explained to me that I probably should actually explain why they are called Triple BS. It's your school names. Again, similar to Bank as the acronym of their school names. So we've got Boylan, Belvedere, Belvedere North, and Stillman, right? That's the Triple BS. Have to be careful with the pause there. I know you did it on purpose. Before we get to questions here in our United Way Move the Middle volleyball round, a very, very special thank you to our judge today. We pulled her out of retirement, and actually this might be the first judge we've ever had. I actually don't think I've ever had anyone say yes so quickly when I asked them to be a judge either, but retired Winnebago County Judge Rosemary Collins is here. Thank you so much not only for being here, Judge Collins, but also for everything that you do for our community. All right, let's move on to our United Way Move the Middle volleyball round. Contestants, you've played this game. You know the rules. The most important is one person speaking for each team. So for Team Bank, that will be Justin. And Triple B, that will be Matthew. Because of the coin flip, Triple B gets the first question. Matthew, are you and the team ready?
Hi.
Here we go. Members of what religion were protected by the Edict of Milan, persecuted by Diocletian, and blamed for the Great Fire of Rome by Nero?
Christians.
That's right. And you are first on the board with 10 more points added to your score. We're over to Team Bank. The Singha Durbar Palace contains the Houses of Parliament in what capital city of Nepal?
Kathmandu.
Yep, that's right. One of the first stops before you climb Mount Everest as well. So keep that in mind if you ever take on that challenge. Back to Triple B. What 12-letter Italian word refers to the mid-19th century process of Italian unification? That's a tough one. The literal translation of that word is rising again. It's il risorgimento. No points, and we're back to Bank. What 2020 film directed by Adil and Bilal stars Kate Del Castillo as the villainous cartel member Isabel and is the third film in the Bad Boys series?
Why?
Isn't it like Bad Boys for Life?
Okay. Oh.
Brody, you got it, but because Justin didn't say it, we can't take it. It was Bad Boys for Life. Back over to Triple B. What quantity has a magnitude of v squared over r for uniform circular motion, equals force over mass, and is the rate of change of velocity?
Acceleration.
All four of you knew that one pretty quickly at the same time, right? That was fast. And that's 10 points. That is correct. You're up to 70. Back to Bank. Each of the 5 rings on the Olympic flag represent what large land areas?
Continents.
That's right. And you might think, well, there's 7 continents, right? North and South America are actually combined into 1, and Antarctica is not even included. That's how we get the 5. And that's worth 10 more points to you. We're back to Triple B. What battle at which Edward Pakenham was killed by Andrew Jackson's forces was fought days after the Treaty of Ghent ended the War of 1812?
The Battle of New Orleans.
You knew that halfway through the
Yeah.
question, right? And you've got 10 more. It's only a 10-point game now. We're back to Bank. White Buildings was the first book of poetry by what author of the modernist epic The Bridge, who killed himself in 1932?
What? Poe?
It's not Frost.
Ginsburg? I don't know.
He actually jumped from a ship into the Gulf of Mexico, Harold Hart Crane. And we're back over to Triple B. You could tie it with this one. What idea, 2 concepts of which were discussed in an Isaiah Berlin essay, is depicted in a Eugene Delacroix painting as a woman leading the people?
Liberty.
That's right. You hurt your neck nodding it so hard, Matthew, and you got that one fast. And we're tied now at 90. Back to Bank. The port of La Rochelle lies on what bay, west of France and north of Spain?
Biscay. Yeah. Biscay.
That's right. You got it. And that is actually our last question of the round. Bay of Biscay, known for having some rough waters. Just the opposite going on here because we're throwing out points left and right, and it's a very tight game. Bank has 100. Triple B, you close the gap a little bit. You're now at 90 halfway through, but our NECA IBEW lightning round can change all of that very quickly, and that round is next. Stay here.